I don't usually take suggestions on what segments I should cover, what segments I should not cover. If I did that, I'd never get to pick my own stories because I get a lot of them. But this particular segment right here, I'm doing because a teacher friend of mine asked me a question. On Monday evening, they asked, again, it's personal, if Trump destroys the Department of Education, what does that mean for us? What does that mean for teachers across the country? And of course, the reason they're asking that is because dismantling the Department of Education is, in fact, something that Donald Trump has suggested. It is something that is in Project 2025. It is something that is in Agenda 47, which is another blueprint for Trump's administration. And it does seem likely that Donald Trump may, in fact, completely dismantle this government department that has been around ever since it was created, of course, by Jimmy Carter. So, in order to address that, to address the fear that teachers across the country are feeling right now, I've had multiple educators that I know, including my spouse, ask me, do I need to quit my job because of this? And the answer is, I don't know. But I can tell you, if they demolish the Department of Education, it's going to be bad. ABC News actually put out a wonderful report explaining how bad it will be. The Department of Education, established by President Jimmy Carter, provides programs such as Title I funding for low-achieving or high-poverty K-12 schools in need of support, as well as Pell Grants for undergraduate students in high financial need. So, if you get rid of the Department of Education, all of that additional funding for those low-income, poverty-stricken schools and the students who need Pell Grants to go to college, that's gone immediately. And a lot of people may be saying, but no, Fred, he's just giving the power to the states. The states will take care of it, right? Oh, that's cute that you would think that. It's also very dumb. Agenda 47 also calls for these other things. Trump's campaign has outlined a plan that features prayer in public schools, an expansion of parental rights in education, whatever the hell that means, patriotism as a centerpiece of education, and an emphasis on the American way of life. He has also called for the dismantling of diversity initiatives in education and federal funding cuts for schools or programs that feature critical race theory, gender ideology, or other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content. Trump has also suggested that he would create a new credentialing body to certify teachers who embrace patriotic values and support the American way of life, and reinstate his administration's 1776 commission to align the teaching of history with the, quote, values of the founding of the United States, though Agenda 47 does not elaborate further on what such values are or define the criteria for embracing the American way of life. Trump also backs nationwide universal school choice programs, which allow a student's allotment of public education funds to be transferred to non-public schooling options, including private schools or homeschooling. See, that's where this state funding bullcrap comes in. Do you think a state is going to send more money to an underperforming, poverty-stricken school, which is underperforming because it is poverty-stricken? No. They're going to give them vouchers. Say, hey, we're going to basically cut off all funding for this underperforming school. Here's your little certificate. You can go to a private school, and we'll just pay them. By the way, they're not going to work extra hard with you to get you caught up, so best of luck. You're probably going to fail out. That is where the money is going to go. Public schools will be starved for funds, and teachers will be pushed out the door if they don't institute daily prayer. See, here's the thing about this, we're going to allow prayer in school. Prayer is allowed in school, but you can't have school-sanctioned prayer. If a student wants to pray, there is literally nothing stopping a student from doing that. What is being stopped because of the Constitution of the United States is mandating it. But that is going to go out the window, and it gets worse for teachers themselves. Trump's Agenda 47 also anticipates an end to teacher tenure laws. These laws are described by the United Federation of Teachers as state laws that prevent a school district from dismissing a tenured teacher without due process. So they can still be fired, but you can't just say, hey, we're moving on from you. You got to have due process. You got to have reason to fire them, but they can still be fired. But screw it. Let's get rid of that, right? He also said, Trump, he will adopt merit pay for teachers. Which, of course, according to the experts in education, is a complete and total disaster. It incentivizes teachers to pass failing students or risk losing their money, their paychecks, their livelihood, possibly even their jobs. And that, of course, results in a nation of uninformed idiots. That is what is going to happen to public education in this country. That is not what might happen to public education in this country. That is what Donald Trump has told us he will do to public education in this country. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.